Episode 4, Catalyst of War. Act 1, The Soldier's Return. Huh, new armor, Audrey says to Connor as the other officers rush Shapper and the incapacitated suspects. Yeah, courtesy of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm helping them and they're helping me, Connor says with a hint of pride in his voice. Anything you can explain? Audrey asks, puzzled. Daisy, am I clear? Connor asks to her over the communication channel. Clear. I got a feeling we need all the help we can get. Daisy replies while shifting her glance over to Alfonso. Connor nods as he hears this and he begins to explain before Audrey cuts him off. What, taking orders from them now? Audrey asks, in a tone that Connor can't tell is serious or not. I'm the defender of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's no choice in who I listen to, Connor replies, and Audrey leans in closer to Connor before telling him that just because he's their defender, he's still her officer. Noted, Connor says before explaining the problem with the S.H.I.E.L.D. Act. It could be the DODC. Hell, they took our tech, Audrey says. Well, I don't think so. S.H.I.E.L.D. is too ambitious nowadays for me. Stark Tech is sitting ducks. That's why they tried taking me. Connor says his eyes slowly shifting around as if searching the area around him for some answer. What do you need from us? Audrey asks, her tone stern as she cuts the chase. The DODC isn't taking S.H.I.E.L.D. tech, but now that I'm flying again, they're going to be after me. So I need you to try to distract them while I work with S.H.I.E.L.D. Also, we don't need them trying for any more Stark tech. So I'd say try and getting in touch with the War Machine. Lance can help with that, Connor orders. The words come out commanding and assertive. Audrey likes his tone from him. Okay, but this sounds like we're stepping fully into the makings of a war, Audrey tells him. Connor's gaze drops, but he nods before saying, let's show them that you don't bring war to a soldier. Audrey smirks slightly as she turns away from Connor and begins walking towards the now apprehended thugs. Get a transport out here immediately and have them booked, Audrey yells to the officers. Connor watches her before suddenly hearing a call for backup in Queens. He activates the jets and the suit's repulsors, and he goes towards Queens. Research that was searched. Act 2. Cataclysm of War. I guess that's what this is, Alfonso says to Connor, who sips more coffee in the cafe area. It's been a few hours since the call from Queens, and Alfonso has sat down with Connor to ask him about the suit, to make sure he's got some energy. Yeah, but it's good that we have the NYPD on our side, Connor says, sitting his cup down. Oh, definitely. So, have been having a guy do a deep dive on any possible corporates since the first report of the tech, and he thinks he's found something, Alfonso says to Connor. Connor's eyes widen as he sits up and leans forward. Who? Connor asks. Alfonso shifts his eyes to the left, telling Connor where to move before saying, walk with me. The two rise to their feet and head down the hall. Hey, Campbell, too, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent says as he walks in the opposite direction. Connor nods his head down and keeps walking, before suddenly Alfonso begins to speak. So this guy, his name's Marcus Benson. He used to teach at Culver U, Alfonso says. Culver University? That's where I graduated from, Connor says. Hearing this makes Alfonso look toward Connor with a raised brow, before asking him what made him choose Culver. You didn't stick around in Cincinnati for college? Alfonso asks. Connor shakes his head, stating that he wanted to get away from home. Alfonso quietly nods in an understanding fashion. The two walk through the door into Benson's office, who turns around to look at the duo. Connor Griffin Campbell. Daisy, I chewed my ear off about you, Marcus Benson says, ending the sentence with a slight chuckle. Nice to meet you. I heard you taught at Culver. Connor says, leaning against the edge of the very modern and sleek desk as Alfonso stands with his hands in his pockets, observing the introduction. I sure did. Then I got picked up by S.H.I.E.L.D., he says, shifting his gaze to Alfonso. Now, I believe that the thieves could be only one agency, Marcus says while staring intensely at Connor before suddenly moving his gaze back to his screen. And that agency is Advanced Idea Mechanics, also known as AIM, Marcus tells him. Connor looks at the screen with a puzzled face. He sees AIM through his own eyes, security footage dating back over 20 years, photos, locations, and information files. Aldrich Killian, Connor says, his tone questioning. Head of AIM, disgruntled by Tony Stark at the turn of the century, then killed by Pepper Potts in December of 2012. Hell of a Christmas present, Alfonso says. Connor's face goes blank as he seems to be lost in thought. Who's been the leader then? Connor asks, turning his head to Benson. No idea. AIM went under the radar not long after, but stealing from S.H.I.E.L.D. may be their big soiree, so to speak. A catalyst of war. Also, this isn't what I generally am doing. Info gathering. Benson says. Connor lets out a heavy sigh, feeling as if they'd have a strong foothold in this fight if they knew. Hey, don't panic. I've had Daisy and Yo-Yo doing recon on that for the last 2 hours now. Those two always dig up something, Alfonso says. Connor turns his head to look at Alfonso before saying the words, "Who's Yo-Yo?"